The Jets won their first game of the season against the Miami Dolphins by a score of 23-20. This was a close game from start to finish, and the Jets benefited from a few big plays throughout the game to come away with a victory. Throughout the game, the Jets managed to maintain a lead, even after the Dolphins tied the game up in the fourth quarter. However, the Jets didn't back down and managed to find a way to seal the victory late in the fourth. Sam Darnold completed 22 of 25 passes for 3 yards and scored 2 touchdowns to lead the Jets in the victory. He kept the Jets organized and made timely decisions to close out the game. The New York Jets also leaned on their running game to help get the offense going. Le'Veon Bell ran for 16 yards and also caught 4 passes for 45 yards. Overall, the Jets' offense looked more like themselves on Thursday night. The Jets' defense also had a great night and had some key stops throughout the game. They managed to create pressure up the middle and sack Dolphins quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick 3 times. However, it was the Jets' defense that really came through late in the game. They had 2 fourth-quarter interceptions to put the game away and give the Jets the victory. Overall, the Jets played well enough to come away with a win and still have plenty of room to improve. They will look to build on this victory and hope to put a winning streak together. For the Miami Dolphins, they can take many positives from this game despite the loss. Ryan Fitzpatrick threw for 3 touchdowns and threw 2 fourth-quarter interceptions. The Dolphins' defense also played well, forcing 2 Darnold interceptions and showed plenty of resilience, pushing the game to the end with some key stops. Overall, the Jets won a close game in Week 2 and will look forward to carry that momentum into the next week. Both teams showed resilience and can learn from this game. The Jets now have a record of 1 win and 1 loss and will travel to face the Colts in Week 3. They will look to improve both offensively and defensively to remain competitive. For the Dolphins, they will take on the Cowboys next week. They played a good game and now will look to use the momentum to come out with a win. The Jets won the game in Week 2, but they will have to improve if they want to have any chance of making a run in the playoffs. They look to have a good season and come out with more wins in the future. For the Dolphins, they will look to stay competitive in the coming weeks and get back in the win column in Week 3. They need to play better and capture some vital wins. The Jets played a close game on Thursday night and managed to come out with a victory. The play of Sam Darnold and the Jets' defense were the deciding factors in the Jets coming out with a win. The Jets now look forward to their next game against the Colts. They should focus on improving their offensive and defensive performances as they will need to face tougher teams in the weeks to come. The Jets played a close game against the Dolphins and managed to come out with a win. It was a hard-fought game and the Jets were able to exploit Miami's weaknesses and come out with a win. The Dolphins can learn from this game and hopefully use the performance as momentum for their next game against the Cowboys. The Dolphins will need to build on this performance and get back into the win column quickly. The Jets now have 1 win and 1 loss, and will have to improve if they want to remain competitive in the AFC. The play of Sam Darnold and the Jets' defense were the deciding factors in the Jets winning the game. The Jets will now look to take on the Colts next week. They must improve on both offense and defense if they want to continue to win games and stay in the race for the AFC East. The Dolphins have had a rough start to the season, and now they hope that this game can provide a spark for their offense. They must get back into the win column if they want to stay competitive in the AFC. The Jets have won their first game of the season. Their offensive and defensive play were both impressive, and they were able to take advantage of Miami's weaknesses. Sam Darnold had a great game and threw 2 touchdowns and completed 22 of 25 passes for 312 yards. He was helped by Le'Veon Bell, who ran for 16 yards and also caught 4 passes for 45 yards. The Jets' defense also had a great game as they managed to create pressure up the middle and sack Dolphins quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick 3 times.